Generally speaking, women like to talk way more than men do. And we can sometimes make men's heads spin with our stories. Just ask my husband. So this is what my husband says. It's pretty cool. Women talk in stories. Men want to listen in headlines. So I'm going to teach you how to write and how to talk in headlines. You're going to do that using something that I call nuggets. Nuggets are concise bits of information that express aspects of yourself and your life to help the right men feel connection and the wrong men to just self-select out. So here's an example of a really good nugget. I choose experiences over possessions because it leads me to exciting adventures. Like when I had a blast making lifelong friends from across the world while hiking the coast of Portugal. Most women would have written something like, I like to travel, I like to hike, I like meeting new people, I have a lot of friends, I like adventure, blah, 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 right? Like the usual stuff. But in this nugget, notice how she takes the fact, I like to travel and exercise and I have a lot of friends, and adds some details. She hiked the coast of Portugal. She met people from all over the world. And then she adds some meaningful feeling type stuff. She doesn't place a high value on things. She values learning. She values being challenged, forging and maintaining friendships, people with diverse backgrounds, and all that's fun to her. Do you see how a nugget like this helps a man get to know real stuff about this woman, and how it makes her more interesting, and it makes it engaging to read, and how he can get a real sense of who she is. The man who likes interesting, exciting travel, who places high value on having a large group of friends, who places value on diversity, that man's going to perk up. And the man who would rather RV and isn't too keen on meeting people who are different from himself, that's all right, he's going to click away, which is fine for him and fine for you. But you want to welcome that guy to move on and the other guy to stick around. And I'll be honest, this is a whole new way of communicating, right? So you're probably going to find it challenging at first. A lot of women do. That's okay. Talking about yourself other than like reciting your business resume, that can be something you've never had to do before. And maybe you're like me, you're like a lot of women I know, especially women about our age. It's just not cool to talk about ourselves. It makes us self-centered. It's bragging, right? We especially don't talk about ourselves to men. We're supposed to listen to them. It's supposed to be about them. Well, welcome to grown-up communication. That's a bunch of crap. That's just no longer true. Those men, they want you to talk about yourself. They want to know about you. When you share with them this way, instead of those cliches, those long stories, men notice and they appreciate it. They tend to trust you more, which is really cool because you're expressing something meaningful to them, so they don't feel like you're hiding or you're holding something back or making them do all the work. In return, you get deeper and better conversation and responses from them. Nuggets are freaking magic, I'm telling you. So I'm going to spend a generous amount of time setting up nuggets for you, and I'm going to help you learn how to write them and to use them. And here's why I'm going to do that. I've been coaching for a very long time, and this skill is among the most powerful I teach. I see people who have so much potential to be compatible, but they never make a connection. And the reason is so clear to me because they talk about movies they like and cities they visit. They ask each other, how's online dating been for you? They don't talk about what adults who end up creating lives together actually freaking connect on and care about. Their passions, their values, their achievements and dreams, and what they've learned throughout their lives, and even sometimes their disappointments, sometimes their challenges. Those things matter. And nuggets aren't only going to help you attract the right guys to your profile. You're going to use nuggets in your emails, in your texts, in your phone calls, and especially during your early dates, because this is how you're going to continually help men get to know you, and in turn help you get to know them. I know for a fact this is why my husband and I both saw our potential as a couple almost instantly, because we talked about the real stuff in our profiles and also on our first date, and that was magic. Here's an easy way to understand nuggets. It's to think of them as the antithesis of cliches. So here are cliches that men see in the vast majority of women's profiles. I'm a good friend. I love my family and my cat. One of my all-time favorites is this movie. And this one, I love when they say, I love to laugh. Who doesn't love to laugh? And if you were morose and you hated to laugh, would you put that in your profile? You wouldn't. So what we want to do is we want to take some cliches that actually express real things, and we want to turn those into nuggets. So here's some examples of cliches that I've turned into yummy, meaningful nuggets for you. Here's one. I love to laugh. Instead, why don't we say it like this? Here's a yummy nugget. I can't tell a joke to save my life, but I'm a great audience. I laugh so easily, sometimes I think that comedians should pay me to come to their shows. Different, right? Or how about the I love to cook? Here's a nugget. My friends all love me because they know when they come to dinner, they're gonna leave full and happy. My latest passion is teaching myself how to make sushi. Specific, right? Interesting. Here's a cliche. I love to travel. Your nugget? Last year, I went snorkeling in the Grand Caymans and saw my first barracuda. This is real. Scared the bejesus out of me, but it was cool. Next, Machu Picchu, or even a drive down the coast. And by the way, you can add this. Where do you want to go next, right? Little question form. Cliche. I love music. Nugget. I'm still stuck in the 70s and rock is my thing. Just love that Stevie Nicks is touring again. I'm going to try not to sing out loud when I see her, but I know I'm going to dance. Cliche. I love my family. How about I love having my kids over for a monthly taco and board game night because it gives us a chance to catch up, laugh at how ridiculously competitive we get, and eat a lot. This last nugget is really one of my favorites. Look at all she told us about herself in just a couple sentences. She has a great relationship with her family. She places high value on regularly spending time with them, and it's apparent that it's mutual. She likes board games, and she gets competitive, but she can laugh at herself. She seems pretty fun. And what's cool too is that she says she's not afraid that she loves to eat, which, by the way, men actually appreciate. My dad used to tell me a long time ago that if a man bought me dinner, I better eat it, because otherwise he'd feel bad, like he wasted his money, or like he didn't please me by buying me a good dinner. And about eating, one more thing. Later in life, I learned how sensual it can be. When you're showing a man like your popcorn or your steak or your cocktail is really yummy, he can get really turned on. So are you seeing the nugget magic yet? Can you see how using some nuggets will tell a man so much about you and really make you stand out over all those cliches, right? Using these headlines, you can paint a simple picture of your personality, of your feelings, of your lifestyles and values, and even a vision of your future, which hopefully is with him. It's almost time for you to start creating some nuggets of your own. These are going to be the foundation of your really great profile. And like I explained earlier, also going to really help you in communication in every single step of your journey.